Hello guys, welcome back to a new part of Android tutorial. In today's episode we are going to learn about how to create a simple Android swappable view using ViewPager and FragmentPagerAdapter class. So open up the Eclipse IDE and create a new Android application project. I name the project as swap demo. Okay, I use the minimum required SDK version is Android 2.2. Change the target version as KitKat and compile it with Jelly Bean. Click next. Again click next. Click next. Here I create a blank activity. Click next. Here is the activity name and its layout. Click finish. Okay, now we got the project on the IDE. So the first step is you have to add the view pager on the XML file, your main activity XML file. So go to the main activity XML file, go to the XML version. Here I'm going to add a view pager. So here it is a relative layout. I remove that and add android.support.v4.view.viewPager. Here a lot of things, we don't need all these things, so I just remove it. Also a text view is present here, we don't need that, I just remove that one. So here you need to close that XML element. Okay, now I just add a view pager into the XML layout file. Now I am going to add an ID for this view pager. So Android ID, I give the ID as pager, save it. Okay, now go to the main activity file. Here it extends the action bar activity. I change that one into fragment activity. I change it into fragment activity. There is a lot of override methods are there. So here a lot of unused imports are also here. So I am going to organize the import. Okay. So I just extend the main activity using fragment activity. So now here I am going to add 3 fragments into the view pager. So I have to create that 3 fragments. So in order to add the fragments into the view pager, you need some adapter class. So here I am going to create an adapter class. So go to the package name, right click the package and create a new Java class. I name it as pager adapter. I name the class as pager adapter and browse for the superclass. Here the superclass is FragmentPagerAdapter and click OK and click finish. Now here we got 2 override method called getItem and getCount. This method will return the number of pages that are available for the swap. Okay, so here you need to add a constructor Here I add a constructor that has a fragment manager argument, and it will invoke the superclass method with that fragment manager object. Okay, now we have to create that three fragments for the for adding it into the view pager. So I create the class for the first fragment. So create a new Java class. I name it as fragment1, and browse for the superclass. Here the superclass is fragment, and click OK and click finish. We got the first fragment class. Now create another fragment. Again create another Java class. I name it as fragment2. Again browse for the superclass. Here it is fragment. Choose this one and click OK and click finish. We need one more class. Create another class called fragment3, and browse for the superclass. OK and click finish. So we add three classes for three fragments. Now we have to create the layout for these fragments. So go to the layout folder, right click the layout folder and choose the other option and choose the Android XML file. Click next. Create the first layout for the first fragment. So I name it as fragment1 layout. Choose the relative layout, click finish. Now create the layout for the second fragment. Choose new other. It's an Android XML file. I name it as fragment2 layout. Fragment2 layout. Choose the relative layout and click finish. Now we have to create the third layout. Choose the new option, choose other, Android XML file. Name it as fragment3 layout. Okay, click finish. So now we created three fragment layout files. So now go to the fragment1 layout. Here it is. Here I got three HTML color codes. I copy the first color code and add it as a background. Android background, put a hash symbol and paste that color code. So we got the red color for the first fragment layout. Okay, now go to the fragment2 and copy the second color code. Copy the second color code and add it as the background for the second fragment layout. Android background and paste that code. Okay, so we got a blue color for the second fragment layout. Now go to the third fragment, copy the third color code, copy that color code and set it as the background for the third fragment layout. Android background, put a hash symbol and paste it. Okay, we got a green color for the third fragment. Okay, Now go to the fragment1. Okay, now go to the fragment1.java class file. You need to override the on some method called onCreateView method. You have to return that view. It will return inflator dot inflate or dot layout dot. The first layout is fragment1 layout, and provide the root element. Here the root is container. Also provide a third argument, it is false. Okay, I just copy this method and go to the fragment2.java class file, paste it here. Instead of the fragment1 layout, it is fragment2 layout. Okay, again go to the fragment3.java, paste the same code here. Here it is fragment3 layout. Okay, now go to the PagerAdapter.java. Here we have 3 pages, so return count as 3. Here we have to create that corresponding fragment object, so I have to create a switch case statement. For that, here the key is that argument 0. If the value is 0, it will return the first fragment. So return new fragment1. Return new fragment1. For case 1, it will return fragment2. Return new fragment2. If it is case 2, it will return fragment3. Return new fragment3. Okay, now go to the main activity.java file. Here you need to create an object of ViewPager. So I create an object of ViewPager here. I name it as pager. I name it as ViewPager. Okay, so I have to initialize that object. So ViewPager equal to find view by ID, dot ID dot, that is pager. Pager is the ID for the ViewPager. You need to cast it into ViewPager. Okay, now we have to create an object of that adapter class. Here the adapter class is PagerAdapter. So PagerAdapter, I name it as PAdapter equal to new PagerAdapter, and pass a getFragmentManager as argument. Now we need to add this object as an adapter for the ViewPager. So ViewPager dot set adapter, and pass that value as an adapter. Okay, now we complete the code for these segments. So we have to test our project now. So right click the project and run as Android application. Open up your virtual device. Okay, now the project is successfully launched on the emulator. I swap. So now you can easily swap each color. Okay guys, this is how we will work with Android swappable view. So please subscribe my channel now for getting more video updates. Also, I will insert all this code into my blog, so you will get my blog URL under the description of this video. Also, you can download this project from my blog. Please subscribe now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next part.